Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. Now, have you ever heard the phrase, the stewing is worse than the doing? Let me repeat that. The stewing is worse than the doing. If you haven't, now you have. And I want to talk about this in today's video because I think this is something that plagues most of us, right? I think most of us have had the experience of, procrastinating something and having it take, longer in the procrastination than it would have taken just to do. And so this is what this concept of the stewing is worse than the doing means. And I love a good rhyming rhyming phrase here because it sticks well in your brain. But let me talk a little bit about this, right? A little bit more. So what does it mean that this doing is worse than the doing? Let me give you an example of this. I want you to think about something that you procrastinated on, something that you were like, I have to do this thing. I know I have to do this thing. I know I'm the only person who can do this thing, but I don't want to do this thing, right? I don't want to do this thing. I mean, for me, it's taxes every single year, right? I don't know what it is for you, but think of something. And you can think about how do we approach a task like this, something that we're dreading that we don't want to do. Oftentimes we are kind of aspirational about it and we put it on our list. We put it on our list for today, right? And then because we don't want to do it, we don't. And we push it to the next day. And then we push it to the next day. And then we push it to the next day and the next day and the next day. And, eventually there comes a point where we really do have to do this thing. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen, right? We're going to miss a deadline. We're going to be late on our taxes, whatever it is. And we buckle down to do the thing. And what usually happens is that doing the thing was not as bad as we thought. So that's one good thing, right? But the other thing that comes up, right, is that we probably spent more time thinking about the thing, thinking about not doing the thing, thinking about how much we didn't want to do the thing, moving this thing from day to day to day in our task list, than it actually took us to do the thing in the end, right? And so this is what the stewing is worse than the doing means. It means that we spend all of this mental energy avoiding this task that we don't want to do. And it's okay that we don't want to do it. Like we all have to do stuff that we don't want to do, right? I mean, I work for myself and I still have stuff that I don't want to do. I feel like I've pretty well designed my life. And of course, there's things that I don't want to do, right? But if you can remind yourself about something that you've been pushing, procrastinating, hey, this doing is worse than the doing, then ultimately you will